Welcome to the Den of Doom once again. We've had a few technical hitches that wouldn't let me in, but we're back on track now. So hopefully you're all there, ready and waiting. I'm just going to tilt this so we can see what we're up to. Tom's going to take part as well this evening, because he too...
No, don't put it on me.
Oh, is a tight arse. Okay, so it's a plan tonight is to look at releasing those tight glutes that you've got and piriformis muscles. Now we're going to start off with our foam roller, so make sure you've got that handy. Tom, you're in the view. Mm-hmm. Okay, not anymore. You need foam roller, so I've just given you yours, Tom.
Oh.
That one, I told you, I'm having the comfy one. It is mine after all. Okay, so hopefully you've done a little bit of a warm-up. Can we start off with the foam roller, and just to make that muscle a little bit more pliable. Okay, so nice and easy. If you like the foam roll a bit, all we're going to do is, I'm getting blinded now, is just roll up and then back down toward the hamstrings. So sit on it in your hamstrings and roll back up. Nice and gently. I don't envisage this session lasting more than 20 minutes to half an hour, but just nice, gentle rolling. As you come up onto the top of your pelvis, it probably feels quite nice to just roll that bit out there. Okay, so that's on the ischium. The sacrum. Goodness me. Who teaches anatomy? Okay, so you're rolling up past the sacrum, up to the lower back, and all the way then down to the hamstring. Now what I want you to do, hopefully you've done that 3 or 4 times, just going to go onto your side. I'm going to get up where you can see where I am, hopefully. Okay, so now we're on to the side, and same thing. We don't need to be going all the way down the leg, but just into the dip in your hamstring there below your buttocks, then all the way up to the top of your pelvis. Okay, and we've got the glute medius and minimus. Okay. 4 or 5 times, just rolling that. Okay. If there's any points on here now that you can feel an element of soreness, I've got mine just there, which is quite low. We're just going to hold it there and focus on breathing. Let that muscle relax, lean into it a little bit more. It's been an absolutely amazing day once again. Doing a little bit of sunbathing in the garden, a little bit of reading. Okay, give it a roll again. Release that achy bit. Mine is nice and achy at the bottom there. And hold it there. And nice big breaths again. Think about relaxing, relax as you go through. Apologies for getting on a little bit late tonight. Unfortunately, Facebook wasn't letting me in for some reason. Okay, swap sides. So we're going to roll 4 or 5 times on this side, right from the top of your pelvis, right below toward your hamstring. I'm giving myself no room here. Just need to move down a little bit. Okay, so sideways on. Make sure it's the glutes we're focusing on. Okay, 4 or 5 times. I think I've done about 3. Nice long rolls. Tom's knocking his own bikes over. Okay. Hopefully a good Friday, you've managed to stay away from the computers and get some nice sunshine in, maybe a nice walk or run. Okay, that's 5. On this side, not too bad this side. Okay, what I want you to do is find that point that is sore or tight, where you can feel it, a little bit more sensitive, and just hold it there. And breathe. Just going to roll mine a little bit more and see if I can find a tighter bit, holding it there. Nice big breath. Okay, and let's roll again. Right right up to the sacrum. Oh. And there we go, right on the bottom of this one, on my seat bones, which is the ischium. I always call it the itchy bum. I know. Holding it there. Holding it there and breathe. Try and relax into that until it feels a little less sensitive. Okay, so hopefully now we've released it a little bit and we've got it warmed up a tad. Tom did a little walk on the treadmill beforehand, just in order to get the blood flow into the area to make the muscles a bit more pliable. Now this first exercise is a glute stretch. It's not the most gainly of stretches, not the most ladylike of stretches. I shall make sure that my backside is facing away from you this time. I noticed yesterday on the hip bridges, it wasn't probably the best view. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to lie on your back. Okay, we want to make sure that your back is flat on the floor and you just bring your knees up towards your chest. Okay, so what we're stretching there is we're getting a little stretch on the glutes, okay, the maximus in this position. Okay, I want you to push into your hands now, so you're pushing away, trying to use the glutes. So push away, tense your glutes, push away, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now pull them in a little bit tighter. Now in order to get them a little bit tighter, you might have to just pull the knees out, let the knees drop out to the side, and then you just bring them in. Okay, same thing, push away, think about pulling, or pulling with the glutes, tense those glutes, and relax. Okay, now what I want you to do is put your feet up into the air. I do apologise. Okay, and what we want to do now is let the knees drop out to the side, keeping that back flat, get as much of your back on the floor as possible, and drop your knees down as low as you possibly can. If you've got any hip issues, please be careful with this. And keep breathing. Keep that tension on the leg there. Let your hips drop out to the side, let your knees drop down. With our legs bent, it means that we're purely stretching that gluteus maximus muscle in length. And just breathe and relax. Okay, now from here, we're going to take it into a piriformis stretch. So you're going to put one foot on your knee, keeping that leg out to the side as it was. Bring the supporting leg up now, put your hands through, and keeping that knee out as much as possible. You should feel a stretch deep in the hip here. This is where we're getting that piriformis to stretch. Try and keep your back as flat on the floor as you possibly can. And if you can, push against your knee with your elbow. Feel the stretch. Can you feel the stretch, Tom?
Yes.
Can you feel the stretch, everybody? Kate, can you feel it? We've got 2 Kates tonight. And keep breathing. Now I want you to pull the foot that is on this supporting leg, and I want you to pull the foot up so that it is dorsiflexed, or pointing up towards the ceiling. That will deepen the stretch in the piriformis. Keep breathing. Feel that relaxing with every breath, hopefully. Okay, lower that leg down, hug your knees in again, drop your back down. Lift your buttocks as high off the floor as you can. And relax. Put the opposite leg onto the supporting leg. Then a piriformis stretch on the other side. Lift your supporting leg, put your hands through and push that knee out. Make sure nice big breaths and you're relaxing, releasing that stretch on every out breath. Deep stretch. Turn your toes up now towards the ceiling. That should take the stretch a little bit deeper. Relax as much as you can within it. Depending on how flexible you are will depend on how close you can get your foot to your body. Okay, mine's quite far away. Tom's is not too bad. Keep that stretch on and relax. Okay, and sitting up for the moment. Where we're going to go from here is we're going to do a hip flexor and glute stretch. If the hip flexors are tight, it makes it more and more difficult to actually stretch your glutes. As we talked about before, if we've got tight hip flexors, we can't engage the glutes. It's the same sort of thing. We need to make sure that, oh, happy baby pose, is it? Okay, didn't know that was its name. We'll be happy babies at the start. Okay, so the stretch that we're going to do is one leg forward, one leg back. Hang on, all right. Oh. Okay, so you take the back leg as far back as you possibly can, and your forward leg is close to your hand at the front here. So what you want to do, okay, again we're going to focus on stretching that piriformis and all across around the hip and glute area. You tilt your foreleg, for those who've got horses, your foreleg so that your foot is on its side and your knee drops out as far as you can comfortably go. At the same time, the hip at the back is stretching. Okay, so the hip flexor and the back leg, or hind leg, is stretching and letting that leg drop out to the side. Nice big breaths. Catherine's with us, we've got two Kates with us. Goodness me, it's all the Kates and cats tonight. Keep breathing, feel that relax. Remember, you've got a stretch going on in two different areas at the moment. How's that for you, Tom? You feeling the stretch in the gluteal area? Okay, we'll take that one back and swap legs. Okay, don't forget that stretch in the front. First of all, get into position, get that stretch on, then tilt the foreleg and let the knee drop out to the side. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths. We'll be doing the splits in a few months' time. That would be nice. Holding it there. Just a little bit longer. Catherine is cooking the barbecue and stretching at the same time. Well done, Catherine. Multitasking. We've yet to light our barbecue, but we are having one this evening. Okay, bring that leg in. You're just going to swap them over again. So same stretch, and then we're going to change this one shortly. So get in position first, make sure you're solid before we roll that leg foot in and let the knee drop out. Holding it there. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Oh, won't you stretch with me? Sorry, everybody. One more big breath. And once we've done this, we're going to take the stretch and we're going to turn it, I think this is the pigeon pose, okay, into the pigeon pose. So we bring that foreleg around and place it in front of you. Now, depending on how deep the stretch you want, if you tuck it in, it's quite a manageable stretch. The further you take it out, the better. Oh, banana bread in the oven with Kate. Oh, I love a bit of banana bread, Kate. Okay, so what you want to do is once you're in that position, okay, what I want you to do is just lean forwards. Just initially directly in front of you. If you're struggling to do this, please only do what you can do. Don't push any of the stretches. I'm impressed that you're all managing to type. Okay, if you want to take it deeper, you don't have to. Turn your body so that it is closer to your foot rather than your knee. So you're going to, I'm taking mine round to the right because it's my left leg that I've got in front. So depending on where you've got which leg you've got forwards will depend on which direction you move in. On each out breath, let your body sink a little bit closer to the floor if you're not already there. Okay, and coming back up nice and slowly, swap legs over, one leg in front of the other, outside of your hand, at the front, get into that stable position first. I think the dogs want to come in. Tilt your foot and let that knee drop out to the side again. Holding it there, that's it. Try and relax into the stretch. You can feel the tightness all in and around the hip. Just try and relax. There shouldn't be any pain. If there's pain, ease off a little bit. Okay, now come back up and take that leg down in front of you in position. Okay, so you can either have it directly pointing backwards or a little bit out to the side depending on your flexibility, and then down we go. Nice big breaths. And remember to take it a little bit further. Bring your body around. Towards your foot. Keep breathing with every out breath. Make sure you're relaxing, perhaps shifting your body a little bit closer to the floor. Okay, and come back up into position. Now what you need now, I'm just going to finish off with a ball. Okay, so you can do the ball either sitting down or standing up. You can use a soft tennis ball, you can use a hockey ball, whatever you have handy. As I mentioned before, I prefer the softer ones because I'm more likely to use them again and again. I'm just going to roll the hockey ball to Tom.
Thank you.
What you do with your ball is you just pop it underneath your bottom and you roll it. Okay, if there are still some tight spots, now with the hard ball you're probably going to feel a lot more than with the soft, be careful where that goes, than the soft ball. Okay, so just rolling on one buttock, okay, and make sure you take it nice and high as well. If you find any areas that are super tight, just stop and let your bum sink around the ball. Relax that muscle. Relax into the ball. If you've got a tingling going down your leg while you do this, or and your toes have gone dead, you're probably putting pressure on that sciatic nerve, so don't work that point there. Okay, so just move off that and then maybe onto another area. Okay, because you'll never relax the sciatic nerve. What we want to be doing with this all the time is relaxing the muscles that surround the sciatic nerve, and the piriformis is the key one. It pinches that sciatic nerve and causes an awful lot of, most people think is sciatica, but it is usually piriformis syndrome. Okay, I've got another spot. Okay, and swap cheeks and roll the ball. So you probably find that one buttock or one set of glutes probably have tighter areas than the other. Okay, give it a good roll. I found a couple of points there and just sinking into that. Now the stretching, it's best to do the ball after we've done a lot of the stretching, because what we've done is we've stretched out those muscles and we've made them super pliable, which means that hopefully they will go around the ball without too much pain for you, and they'll be more receptive to relaxing. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, I think for me, a couple more. Nope. I think that buttock is fine. Oh, maybe there, I found one. Okay, I'm going to hold it then, I'm going to breathe. So we're all going to find different hot spots. Okay, they're not going to be the same. You find where your tightness is and just let it go. Okie doke. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a glute and piriformis release session. Hopefully it's helped to release some of those tight muscles. If you're using your glutes effectively when you're running, then they will definitely be tight. Okay. A couple of weeks ago we worked on releasing your hip flexors. Remember, they're really, really important to engage the glutes. This time next week, I think I've promised now to do a band work session. So if you've got bands by then, the short ones, then dig them out. If not, see if you can get hold of some. Thanks once again for joining us in the Den of Doom. And I'd just like to say good night from me.
Spud.
And good night from Spud, who, by the way, is much better. Take care now. Bye-bye.